The sirens wailed, cutting through a fog so thick it felt like the world was holding its breath. I pressed the brake, my hands trembling as I radioed it in. Dispatch, Unit 3-1 arriving at scene. Possible single-car collision off Coastal Road 19. The dispatcher's reply was lost to the sound of waves crashing against the cliffs below. My partner, Jonah, and I stepped out into the cold. The air was a mix of wet pine, salt, and the sharp tang of gasoline. Ahead, a car was crumpled against a tree. Drivers still inside, Jonah muttered, rushing forward with a crowbar. I followed, my heart pounding. I've always hated the fog. It doesn't just hide things, it silences them. When I reached the driver's window, I froze. A man was slumped against the airbag, but it wasn't the blood that made my breath catch. It was a faint, white shimmer flickering around him, likeness trapped just under his skin. I'd seen it before. Laura, Jonah's shout snapped me back. He'd pried the door open. The man gasped, blood seeping from his forehead. He was alive. But as I leaned in, for just a split second, I saw another face overlapping his. Pale eyes, lips moving without a sound. My chest tightened. I blinked, and the vision was gone. "Hey, stay with me," I said, forcing my voice to be steady. "Can you tell me your name?" He didn't answer. His gaze was fixed on something over my shoulder, something out there in the fog. "Ilar." Jonah's voice faltered. "Do you hear that?" It was a whisper, with no direction. It just was. "Help me." We both turned, but the fog was a wall. For an instant, I saw a figure small, hunched, in a soaked white dress. Then it was gone. The man died before we reached the hospital. Later, I sat in the break room, trying to will my hands to stop shaking. The flashes, the whispers, they'd never been this clear. My phone buzzed. A message from my sister, Lena. "Hey, you okay? I saw the wreck on the news. Be careful now." I didn't know what to say. Instead, I pulled out the obsidian pendant my mother gave me before she disappeared. "It keeps the veil from looking back at you," she used to say. I thought it was a story. Now, I wasn't so sure. The next morning, Detective Mason Reddick showed up. Sharp lines, tired eyes. "Ilar Voss," he asked. "I'm investigating last night's accident. Driver's name was Daniel Horn." He told me the report said Daniel swerved. But I hesitated. He looked like he saw something before he died. Mason raised an eyebrow. "Like what?" "I don't know," I lied. "Maybe shock." Then he mentioned the autopsy. Irregular burn mark on his chest. Circular. About the size of a coin. "You notice anything like that?" "No," I said. But the memory of that white shimmer crawled up my spine. Mason paused as he was leaving. "Strange. Thing is, coroner's never seen a mark like it." That night, I dreamed. I was on the same cliff, the fog pulsing like a living thing. And then a voice rose above the whispers. "Ilar." It was my mother. She stood there pale, with that same shimmer in her eyes. "You've started to see again," she said. "What's happening to me?" I pleaded. "The veil is thinning." Her voice trembled. "The dead are waking and they remember who hurt them." I woke up in a cold sweat. My phone buzzed. It was Mason. "Voss, we found something at the crash site. You'd better come see." The fog was gone, but the air felt heavy. Mason pointed to the tree where the car had hit. Burned into the bark was a perfect circle, black and cracked, faintly smoking. "What the hell is that?" Mason muttered. I stared, my stomach twisting. "I've seen it before," I whispered. "Where?" he asked. I hesitated. "In my dreams." As I turned to leave, I saw it. A silhouette in the shadows. The woman in white. And this time, she smiled. This is just the beginning of the story. If you want to know what happens next, what this mysterious symbol means, and what the veil truly is, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss part 2. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.